It is time for the webinar to get started. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, first of all, I want to make sure you guys can both hear me clearly and see my screen. So on my screen right now, you should be seeing the opening slide for the presentation called Best Practices and Tactics for Running a Successful Social Contest. And hopefully you're hearing me clearly. If you are, please type yes into the GoToWebinar questions panel. Okay, Cheryl says yes, just fine. Okay, awesome. Seems like everybody's with me. All right, good. So let's dive right in and get started. So first off, we're running this training especially to help you guys run a successful social contest. Our platform, Heyo, was built specifically with the small business in mind. Whether you are directly running a small business yourself or running the marketing for a small business, or if, like Kim, you're running your own social media agency or your own marketing agency and you're doing work for other businesses, we've really built Heyo just for you with a lot of the right features in mind, all the right features in mind. And there's a lot you can do with Heyo. So if you take a look at my screen right now, you'll kind of see what I mean. So first of all, you can, of course, run a social contest, and that will be the primary thing that I'll focus on today on this webinar. But you can also use Heyo to create a lead capture page to give away a free download or some other piece of content to get people to sign up for your newsletter. You can publish visual content to Facebook. So if you've got great content on Instagram, on YouTube, on Pinterest, and you want to be able to publish it directly to your Facebook page in a beautiful landing page style, we've got amazing templates that will let you do just that. You can drive traffic to a website, or you could even build your own landing page from scratch. So there is much that you can do with Heyo. Now, you might be asking yourself, why run a social contest? Kim, for instance, in Las Vegas mentioned that she is going to be looking at this as a strategy. She is looking at this as a strategy that she can take to her clients. So why should Kim tell her clients to run a social contest? Well, quite simply, because they convert. I think the number one business objective that most of our clients have is that they are looking to build their email list. They're really looking to get more leads by running a social contest. And that is absolutely and eminently achievable by running one of these. You can see here a number of case studies right on this slide that are straight off our blog of different contests that were run by our clients here at Heyo that were extremely successful. And I'm going to break down for you today the specific steps that they were able to follow to get there. So question number one for you guys. I'm going to be asking for you to interact with me a little bit as we go. So right now in the GoToWebinar questions panel, would you like to see a quick case study of one of these successful campaigns? If so, type in yes in the GoToWebinar questions. And I really love excitement. So, Anib says, sure. And that's good, Anib, that's cool. But if you really want to see it, let me know. I love capital letters. I love exclamation points. I love smileys. So, okay, everyone's pretty much saying yes. Anib, Jeffrey, Marcia, Elise, Chelsea. Let's see, Kim. Okay, cool. All right, so let's have a quick look at a case study. Now, right now here on my screen, you are seeing Marie Scholl. Now, Marie is a client here at Heyo. She's a wonderful lady, and she runs a business called Inspired Endurance. She manufactures running-themed jewelry. You can see a really cool little necklace right here with these little charms on it. But these are specifically targeted to women who like to run for exercise, for their own mental health. Or maybe they run competitively, but she creates this beautiful jewelry line. And so that's her business. It's primarily online at inspiredendurance.com. Now, she used Heyo to create a giveaway. Now, a giveaway or sweepstakes is what I'll be focusing on today. It's kind of your bread and butter social contest. It's extremely understandable. It's extremely understandable by the consumer. All they're doing is opting in and providing some contact information, usually an email address, for a chance to win. Now, you can see here with Marie's contest, she has this really attractive landing page. Okay, it was absolutely mobile ready. We're going to talk more about that. And in the end, she got 620 impressions. That means 620 people actually saw her landing page, and 345 of those opted in and entered for a chance to win the prize. So her conversion rate is over 55%. Now, how many of you guys would like to get a 55% conversion rate on your next campaign? I know that I certainly would. And so this is a great example of that. Here's a close-up of the actual campaign creative and another little summary of the results. Again, this is just a very simple landing page. It just has to have the right components on it to really be successful. Now, I'm curious to hear from you guys. Are you already signed up for a free trial of Heyo? If you're on a free trial right now, comment free trial in the GoToWebinar questions. If you're already a paying customer, comment paid in the GoToWebinar questions. And if you're neither, comment new, N-E-W, in the GoToWebinar questions. I already got a few folks that are already customers like Marcia, Roxanne, Cheryl. Awesome to have you guys. Steph, awesome to have you guys on here, like already members of the Heyo family. That's amazing. And we got a few folks like Kim, Chelsea, and Neeb who are on the free trial. And then a bunch of you that just, I guess, don't want to comment. You're just sort of like, no, I'm not going to tell you, Chris. You're just going to have to guess, and that's fine. Okay, so let's keep going. So we'll dive right in now and discuss what are the best practices for running a social contest? What are some of the tactics that you can use to make sure that your contest is successful? So let's first talk about, before you even create your contest, when you're thinking about the contest you'd like to run, this is one of the most important stages. I call this planning and prep. So let's talk a little bit about what you need to plan and prepare for. Okay, so number one, you want to know your target audience. Who are you trying to reach with this contest? And there are two things that I think you should think about. The first is what the demographics of your target audience are. Okay, so who are they? So when I say demographics, what I mean is, what are the facts about your target audience? What are the things that you can quantify? What's their gender? Are they male or female? How old are they? What's their age or age range? If you are a local business, let's say you're based in London, England, and you're trying specifically to reach people in London, that's part of your target audience. It's part of their demographics. They are in London, or they're within a radius around London. So that's really important to know, is who they are quantifiably. What are the statistics, what are the numbers about your target audience? The other thing to know is, what do they care about? These are what we call psychographics. Now, this is as important, if not more important, than who they are, okay? It's what do they care about, right? So for instance, I am a white male in my 30s, and those are some demographics. I could give you a few more demographics, but there you go. That says something about me, right? However, what I care about, my psychographics would be that I have a family. I care about my children, that I'm really into being healthy. I run 4 or 5 days a week. So I'm really into running. And my demographics won't tell you that. Psychographics will. Understanding what your target audience cares about is extremely important, extremely important. So that's something you want to do, is know your target audience. Now, I would recommend just taking a couple of minutes when you're doing your planning. Don't do it right now, but taking a couple of minutes and just jotting down what you know about your target audience. Just a few notes on a piece of paper is fine. This does not have to be really complicated, right? In fact, the best planning is usually pretty simple. So I would really, really recommend doing that. Okay, the next step is selecting the right prize. Now, this is a big deal for the contest, and it's going to be a key factor of whether or not your contest is successful, okay? What do your fans crave? You want to think about what your fans are really passionate about, and hopefully you know, right? Because you know who they are demographically, and you also have thought about what they care about. So hopefully you have a good sense of what would be a compelling prize to them. You want to think about things like possibly free products. You could use coupon codes or discounts as well, although honestly I don't see discounts perform as well as a prize, because I feel like they kind of come with an expectation of buying. It's kind of like a little bit of a catch-22, or it's not the greatest prize for the end consumer. But it could be free products. It could be a special exclusive service. I love an element of exclusivity in prizes. I see contests that have, and I'm going to show you some in a couple, that have an element of exclusivity tied to them perform best. So if you're an author, like Manos in Greece, he's a publisher. So Manos, you could give away a free book, or you could give away an autographed copy of that book. So it's not necessarily exclusive, doesn't mean expensive, but just something that they couldn't get anywhere else. I really love prizes like that. They tend to perform really, really well. So there's some thoughts about picking the right prize. Now, I'll also share with you guys that as I'm going here, if you've got questions about anything I'm discussing or anything else related to creating a contest, go ahead and pop them into the GoToWebinar questions panel as I go, and I'll try to pick them up as we go along. So the next step is, once your pre-contest planning is in place, it's time to create your contest page in Heyo, and there are a few different things to think about here. Now, you guys have a choice here. I can keep going and kind of talk you through with slides how to create a good contest page in Heyo, or I can just show you and I can do a quick demo of how to do that. So would you like me to actually show you how to create a contest page in Heyo by demonstrating that right now? If so, comment demo in the GoToWebinar questions. Would you like to see me show you how to do this? Okay, Anib wants me to, Manush does, Heather, Chelsea, Roxanne. By the way, if not, just say skip. Comment skip, S-K-I-P, in the GoToWebinar questions if you want me to skip the demo. Okay, Kim says yes, Carlos demo, Cheryl demo, Roxanne. Okay, good. Okay, cool. Everybody wants to see me do a quick demo of this, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, I need a little bit of help, you guys, because I'd like to actually use a real live business to to build a campaign for as part of my demo. So if you have a business website, which hopefully you all do, share your business website with me in the GoToWebinar questions. Let me know your business website, and I'll pick one to use for my demo. I'll give you guys just a moment here to put those in. Very cool. All right, I'm just taking a look at you guys. We've got a lot of really, really cool new websites here. All right, I think I am going to go with Carlos's page.
Hey everyone, Dave Quinnan here.
Oh, look at this. We've got.
Wouldn't it be great if you could create those beautiful marketing pages, the top level professional
Got some loud websites here.
Have those pages located.
Okay, cool. So, forgive me. I love the autoplay audio track. All right, cool. So a lot of really cool websites. Puppiesforall.com from Manos, from Heather, HeatherHarrisFit.com from Heather, Divi Resorts from Chelsea. I think I'm gonna check. This is a really cool site, Lum Kids Lighting, and this was shared with me by Carlos. So Carlos, I hope it's cool. We're going to use your site for the example. This is really neat. Okay, cool, very cool. All right, so here I am in Heyo. Let's go ahead and first add a new business. So for this demo portion, I would highly advise you to make sure that you're actually watching what I'm doing. Not trying to do this yourself or multitask and check email, but actually watch my screen, kind of close out of your other tabs, so you can kind of really get the value out of this, because I'm going to go ahead and walk you through how to create a page in Heyo right now. All right, so I'm going to first click add a new business, and the business it looks like is called LUM Kids Lighting. I'm just going to click add business. Okay, cool. And so now I've got my business set up within my Heyo dashboard. And then the next thing I'm going to do is just, you can see it says click that big orange create a campaign button. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to name my campaign. Now let's pretend, Carlos, that you're going to run a giveaway. So we're going to call this our spring giveaway, and I'm going to hit save and continue. Heyo will generate my campaign page and take me to the next step. And the next step is simply to select a template to start from. So the way Heyo works is, you remember from my first slide, right? There are a bunch of different options you have within Heyo. I can publish visual content to Facebook from some of these platforms. I can create a lead capture page, like getting a quote, a free download, or just getting people to sign up for my email newsletter. But for this webinar, we're going to focus on running a social contest. So I clicked Run a Social Contest, and the template I want is called the Sweepstakes template. It's right up here. Go ahead and click that. And I am going to then take a look at this template, decide if I want to use it. Are you guys all following along okay? Hopefully you're all seeing this. I'm going to go ahead and click Save and start editing here at the bottom right. Boom, here I am. Okay, so here we are within Heyo. Now I'm going to talk you through some of the best practices for creating your landing page for your social contest. So within Heyo, you'll notice that right here in the middle of the page, that's really my campaign canvas. This is what I can customize. And then over here on the right-hand side is where I can make changes. So I'm going to just click on each element within this template, and then I will make the changes, the edits on the right. So the first thing we need to do, Carlos, is we need to get your logo on here. So watch carefully, folks. This is how you do it. I'm not even going to say anything. You just watch. All right. Did you guys see how easy that was? Carlos, did you see how easy that was? All I needed to do was I went over to your website, I saw your logo, I right-clicked it, I clicked copy image address, and I pasted it right here in this field, URL field, within that widget, okay, on the right-hand side within Heyo. Now, I also have the option to just upload a file from my computer. I can click the upload button if I've got that image saved somewhere. I didn't need to do that. Now, this is really cool. Looks like lighting and decor, it says. So I'm just going to pretend that I like the little shake I get on hover. That's very cool. These are really cute. I love these pillows. I'm going to go ahead and pick this. Now let's pick something more colorful. Let's say we want to see the clown cushion. You know, some kids have a fear of clowns, I've heard. Let's hope that, you know, they won't have a fear of this clown cushion, Carlos. Okay, very, very cute. All right, so I'm right, same thing again, right? I'm looking at the picture, I right-clicked, I'm going to copy image address. This time I'm going to click on this big hero image. Do you guys see where I'm clicking? Right there. I'm going to put my cursor right here in this URL field, paste it in. Boom, there you go, Carlos. So we're going to pretend, for the sake of this little demo on this webinar, that we are giving away this clown pillow, this clown cushion that Carlos is selling. Okay, cool. So boom, guys, the images are already done. Isn't that amazing? Now, the one thing you might want to do is actually embed some text right into this image that gives a very clear call to action, because the best practice here is that this image is the first thing that a consumer will see. Mentally speaking, their brain will process this image first. So whatever you can do to like embed a call to action here is great. You can use an image editing tool that's free, like Pixlr or PicMonkey. Super, super easy to do. Basically, it would just say something like, enter your email address to win this free clown pillow. You want it to be very direct and simple and clear. Okay, now watch what I do next. I'm going to hover over here. I'm going to click this contest countdown, and I have got the date and time selector. I would highly recommend that for a giveaway or sweepstakes, I would highly recommend that you keep this countdown timer to be right around 7 to 10 days. You don't want it to be much more than that. It certainly doesn't need to be for any longer than 2 weeks. So 7 to 10 days is good. So right now, I'm going to leave it set where it is, which is right at 10 days. I'm going to click Save Changes. Okay, perfect. Okay, this next part is really important. This is the entry form. Now, here are some best practices around the entry form. First of all, the basics. You really want it to be extremely clear on how to enter this contest. There's a reason that this button, this enter button, is orange. The orange-red color spectrum is the alert color spectrum, and so to the human brain is attuned to seeing that very visual color most strongly. Okay, it's why stop signs and stoplights are red. So I would highly recommend it's set to that color. You can change the color of this button. I would keep it a really bright color, ideally on that orange-red color spectrum. The other thing I'll tell you is that be wary of asking for too much information. You're going to see in a moment, you can add fields to this little form, but if you add too many, it's going to really hurt you. Here is a crucial principle of the internet. Every additional field of information that you ask for is going to decrease your conversion rate. It is going to decrease your conversion rate. So you want to ask for the least amount of information possible to be able to run your business and promote your business. So just an email address or an email address and a first name is perfect. Now, let me ask you guys a question. What email marketing platform do you currently use for your email list? Aweber, MailChimp, MadMimi, Infusionsoft? Tell me in the GoToWebinar questions. Okay, we've got MailChimp. We've got Kim using MailChimp, Anib, MailChimp, Heather using GetResponse, Carl, MailChimp, Roxanne using Aweber. Anib is telling me lots of services. Anib, I guess you're using lots of services. Elise uses MailChimp. Okay, cool. So yeah, most of what you guys are using is already on our list here of active email marketing integrations. You can see a list here right here on the right-hand side of my page. Now, we are constantly adding to this. In fact, we just finished an integration with GetResponse, which would make Heather very happy. And that's going live here in about a week, Heather. So we're adding GetResponse to this list. If you don't have one of these services, that's okay. You can just select downloadable CSV file here from the bottom, and Heyo will store those leads for you, and you can download them at any time. But let's say I'm going to use MailChimp. I'm going to select my MailChimp account. Okay. Heyo is then going to tell me my lists in MailChimp. I pick my MailChimp list, and I'm all set. It's just that easy. Now, right here is where I can add fields. Watch my screen here on the right-hand side. I'm going to click this plus button to add a text field. I can also add a checkbox if I'd like. But for this, I'm just going to ask for first name. In fact, I want to move that. I can kind of move these around too. So I want first name to be above email address. Boom, good to go. Now, I'm going to click advanced options here because if I want to change the call to action on my button, I can go to this button text field and I can change it. So instead of enter, I want to say enter to win. My recommendation for this button, for this call to action, is that whatever text you put on this button should finish the sentence, I want to blank. I want to win the pillow. I want to enter to win. I want to enter the contest. Don't put something like submit or click here. You want to put a call to action there that will speak to them. All right, are you guys with me and are you getting value out of this demo? If so, type yes in the GoToWebinar questions. I like to check in periodically in case you hadn't noticed. If you're with me and you're getting value out of this demo, type yes in the GoToWebinar questions. If not, type no in the GoToWebinar questions. Okay, cool. All right, everyone's saying yes. Okay, love it. All right, let's keep going then. So how's it looking? Carlos, what do you think, man? How's this looking right now? Looks pretty good, right? So we're down to just the very last couple of components. First of all, I'm going to click on this share section at the bottom left. Now, this is extremely important. One of the main reasons you want to run a social media contest is because social media is highly shareable, right? These platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, even LinkedIn, Pinterest, it's really, really easy to share content with your friends and with your followers on those platforms. So you want to make it really easy for them to share your contest here. So we found that it's most advantageous to allow your fans to like, share, and tweet the contest. So you'll notice that I clicked on this widget. Over here on the right-hand side are my options, okay, just like normal. So first of all, I can paste in the Facebook page to like. Now let me go back over to Carlos's website. And let's see, I've got some social icons here. Yep. Okay, so here is, oh, no, wait. I want to find Lum Kids Lighting on Facebook. Charlotte Reed's page. Let's search real quick on Facebook. There it is. Boom. Lum Kids Decor and Gifts. Okay, we are going to grab the URL to Carlos's Facebook page, and we are going to paste it right here. Okay, so that now people will have the chance to actually like his Facebook page. Now, what should I put in this field here? I'm making this bigger for you guys. In the URL to share field. Take a moment real quick and read the text right here, this blue text right under that field, that little note. Read that for a moment. Okay, you will notice that I can paste in any URL I want folks to be able to share. However, if I leave it blank, Heyo will automatically default this field to my contest page URL, which I would highly recommend. Okay, I would highly recommend. So let's go ahead and just leave it there for now. Now the share, tweet, and tweet text, Carlos, we absolutely want to update. So we want this to say, I just entered to win this darling pillow for my kids' room. You want it to say something that would be natural coming from someone who just entered the contest. Okay. All right, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and click Save Changes. By the way, for those of you like Manosh or Anib or George in Romania, for those of you that are working in a market, doing business in a market where English is not the primary language, for pretty much all of these different, for all of these different widgets, you'll notice you've got labels. And I can click labels and I can translate these labels to anything I want them to be. Just a little tip for you guys who are international folks. All right, I clicked Save Changes. Now the last thing is just I've got this contest description text. This is a great place for your contest rules. You can also put in some marketing copy. So let's say those are my contest rules. Above that, I want to say, enter to win this well-made clown pillow. In fact, I want to say, enter your email to win. And maybe I'll put like a little arrow here. And now this part, I want to be really big, right? So like I'm going to make this bigger. You'll notice I can change my font size. Maybe I'll make it even bigger. Let's make it like extra large. Boom. I like that. I can change the color of my text. Let's see here. Let's make this like a blue. All right, cool. Make that blue. Okay, cool. I'll set that. Awesome. And the other thing is I can change my font style, right? I've got, if I go here to font and I click this drop down, I've got all types of different style fonts and some really modern options I can use. I'm going to use a nice Montserrat. So there's my marketing copy. Okay, I'm going to hit Save Changes. Our contest page is done. I'm going to click Save and Preview. Now, what do you take a look at my screen right now? This is preview mode. Our contest is done. Let's have a look. Take a look at my screen. What do you think, Carlos? What do the rest of you guys think? Doesn't look bad, right? I mean, that didn't take us long at all to put together. It's a very well designed contest page. In this preview step, I can kind of check things out. I can test out my form. Very cool. I can test out my share, my tweet options. Looks good. Very cute, very cute. Okay, awesome. All right, so now here's you guys have to see this part. This is very cool. Now that my contest is set up, what is the most important thing? Let me ask you guys a little trivia question. There's one thing you can do with your contest page to double the number of leads that you are able to get. What do you think that is? Tell me in the GoToWebinar questions. I'm really curious to hear your guesses. What's the one thing you could do that can double the number of new email leads you get with this contest? It's the one thing you can do. Okay, Levi, hey Levi. Levi says offer money. Okay, yeah, you could offer money. And that will probably, money can be cash or gift cards can be a decent incentive to offer. But, okay, Steph says share it. Jeffrey says upsell. Okay, any other guesses? Okay, Cheryl, you hit the nail on the head. Let me show you guys. Watch my screen right now. I'm going to show you the one button you can click to double the number of new leads you get from your contest. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to click the button. Okay, so watch carefully. Cheryl hit the nail on the head. Our customer base right now, on average, gets over 60% of their contest entries from mobile devices. 60%. Depending on the customer, sometimes it's as high as 80%. 80%! Easily over half of all of your leads for this contest will come from mobile. So if you're not using a mobile-ready contest, a mobile-responsive contest, it is absolutely going to hurt your leads. Absolutely going to hurt your leads. So right here, you want to make sure this publish to mobile box is checked. It'll be pre-checked, okay? And Heyo will automatically create a gorgeous mobile version of your contest. Very, very easy. All right, cool. Let's publish this, George, and let's see what it looks like. I'll uncheck publish to Facebook, and I'll just publish it as like a standalone web page right now, and let's see what we got. So I'm going to click publish. Heyo will then publish this page. It will give me back my smart URL. There it is. Okay, I'm going to copy this link. Okay, and this is the URL that I want to use. This is the link that I want to use anytime that I share this contest with anyone on a social platform, through my email list, in store, wherever. I want to make sure that I share my smart URL. That smart URL knows what device that the viewer is on, and it will make sure it shows them the right experience. It will take them to the Facebook or the web version if they're on a desktop or a laptop. Look at this. It will take them to the mobile version if they're on a phone. Looks great. Totally mobile friendly, totally mobile responsive. All right, cool. So I want you guys to comment easy in the GoToWebinar questions if you felt like this is something you could do yourselves. Do you feel like creating this contest landing page in Heyo is something you could do yourselves? If so, comment easy in the GoToWebinar questions. I want to know, because this is like my whole job today, is to make sure that you guys feel confident, comfortable creating really effective contests and landing pages. Okay, Kim, Levi, Carlos, Cheryl, Chelsea, all say easy. Roxanne says easy. I just have to find the right image for my service. Totally, Roxanne. Heather says pretty easy. Okay, I'll take pretty easy, Heather. I'll take it. All right, cool. So let's dive right back into our slides. So we just talked about how you create your contest page in Heyo. So step one was your pre-contest planning and prep. Step two, creating your contest page in Heyo. Step three is promoting your contest. Promoting your contest. Okay, you want to make sure you use that smart URL, you use that link. And you want to make sure that if possible, you create a link post on any social media platform that you have available to you. So if you've got a following on Facebook, use a link share post. Paste that link right into a Facebook post. If you've got followers on Twitter, paste that link into some tweets. If you have a pretty big pool of connections on LinkedIn, paste that smart URL into LinkedIn. You guys get the idea. You want to use every organic free channel that you have to promote your contest. At a minimum, you want to do that. Then you can consider other things like ads, etc. But you want to make sure you publish this, you promote this anywhere that you can on social media. As I mentioned, you want to make sure you use a link post. They have really good visibility. Make sure you use the ideal image size for your post so it really stands out in the news feed. On Facebook, 484 by 252 is generally the ideal image size. You want to make sure you keep the copy on the post concise. Our research indicates that the shorter your post copy is, jumping around here, the shorter your post copy is, the better. So you want to make sure you keep that copy nice and razor focused. Don't fire and forget. Do not fire and forget. What I mean by that is, don't just post this to Facebook and walk away and not check your Facebook page for the next 2 days. Expect your fans to engage with you. Talk to them. If they ask you a question, drop a comment, engage with them. This is an engagement platform. Social media is about engagement. This is not a broadcasting platform for you to just dump out your message and walk away. People don't like that anyway, so they like to be engaged with. All right, cool. So the next thing, promote on email. Email marketing is your friend. The people on your email list, the more people on your email list already have their email address, right? So you might be thinking to yourself, well, Chris, I don't need to send an email to them because I'm running this giveaway to get leads. I've already got them as leads. But they've got friends on social media that they're going to be sharing with. You don't have their email address yet. So even if you have, let's say, 500 people on an email list, send the email to those 500 people. You're going to get a certain percentage of them to enter, and they're going to share it with their friends. They're going to share the contest with their friends. So it's a really smart thing to do to make sure you leverage email. The other thing I'll share with you is send updates. Look what Solo Stove did. They're a Heyo customer. They do great contests and campaigns. When their giveaway contest was over, they sent out an email. Look at it. It's right here on the left side of the screen. Here, read this email copy real quick. It's fantastic. They basically said, hey friend, our recent giveaway has come to an end. The winner's been posted on our Facebook page. Unfortunately, you didn't win this time, but we plan on having several more contests, so look, it says, please continue to check for emails from us. As a token of our appreciation for your entry, we'd like to invite you to enjoy 10% off your next purchase. Simply enter code SWEEPS10 at checkout. So smart, right? You got these email addresses, don't be afraid to use them. Also, you can see that they went ahead and they used those emails to promote future contests like this photo contest. Okay, really smart things to do. Folks, I hope you're getting the right idea. Levi, Kim, Roxanne, Carlos, Steph, Jeffrey, Heather, Cheryl. Elise, I hope you guys are getting the right idea. If you do this right, it truly is like magic for your business. I'm going to run through real fast. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on any of these. I'm going to run through some very quick case studies, and I would highly recommend you make sure you're focused in on my screen right now. I'm going to show you a few case studies from other successful Heyo customers like Marie, okay? Here we go. Stein Home Improvement, small chain of hardware stores in Louisiana. Check out the results on their campaign. Lake Lovers, based in the Lake District in the UK. Gave away, look at it, it's a very simple landing page. See here? Very simple. 8,500 impressions, 4,800 emails captured for a 56% conversion rate. Amazing. Amazing. Next one, I Love Camping. This is just a simple fan website for people who like to camp. That's all this is. That's all this is. They ran an Ultimate Fan giveaway. They grabbed some swag, some stuff that they already had. Some camping gear, a lantern, a little cooler, this cool t-shirt that says, I have OCD, obsessive camping disorder. I like that. I think that's clever. Check out the results. Look at the bottom of the slide and look at the results. Really, really awesome. Okay, Gorin Brothers, a small business that sells hats. They sell hats. Check out this campaign and look at their beautiful landing page they created with Heyo. This is one of the highest converting campaigns I have ever seen in my years working with Heyo. I want you guys to take a close look at this. You'll notice their prize is very exclusive. Not only were they giving away a free hat, they actually were giving away a hat, but they were also naming a hat in their next line, naming one of their hats after you. So if I'd won, they would have called it the Christopher. How cool is that? Maybe the Rieger, even better. Very, very cool prize. All right, so we're closing in on the end of our webinar. I'm definitely going to save some time for Q&A. But I want to know, first of all, yes or no, have you learned at least 2 new things from today's webinar? In the GoToWebinar questions, have you learned at least 2 new things from today's webinar? That was absolutely my goal. Okay, cool. Levi says yes, Marcia yes, Cheryl yes, Roxanne yes, more than 2. Love it, Roxanne. Chelsea, Carlos, Elise, Heather, Jeffrey. Okay, Chelsea says, I like the token of appreciation email follow-up. Yeah, let's take a look at that again. If you guys missed that, such a smart, let's go back. Such a smart strategy from Solo Stove. It's the email follow-up after the contest is over with a little discount as a token of appreciation for entering. Everyone should be doing that. Everyone should be doing that. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, one more question for you. Are you guys planning to run a contest, a social contest soon? Okay, I'm actually going to, let's just do this as a poll. Be interactive. Are you planning to run a social contest soon? Let me know right now. You'll see a poll up on your screen. Are you planning to run a social contest soon? Just curious. I think it's a good measure for me of how successful I've been in today's webinar. Okay, we're up over 60% of you have voted. I want to get to like 80%, guys. If you haven't voted in the poll yet, please. Chelsea, Levi, Marcia, Roxanne, Carlos, Elise. We're almost there. We're up at 70%. Okay, let me see if I can get an approximate. There you go. Approximately 70% of you are planning to run a social campaign soon. Some of you aren't, but you think you will eventually. Very cool. All right, well, guys, something to share with you. I have a special bonus today for all of you who decided to join. Now, many of you are already Heyo customers. For those of you that aren't, Levi says he's running a contest now. Awesome. That's great, Levi. For those of you that aren't, I wanted to make it really easy for you to try out Heyo and run a social contest. So here's what I've done. For today only, I'm allowing you to purchase a month-to-month Heyo plan for just $30. This is something new we're trying. We don't normally offer monthly pricing through Heyo.com. Normally, you have to pay $300 for an annual plan, which is cheaper on average each month, but it doesn't allow you to pay on a month-to-month basis. So I'm able to right now, just for today, for anybody who buys through the webinar today, I can let you sign up for this Heyo plan by going to heyo.com/30. Heyo.com/30. Okay? And there you can grab a monthly plan for just $30 a month. And it makes it really, really easy for you guys to sign up. I hope that simply is helpful for you and allows you to run a social contest. And so many of you said that you plan to very soon. Okay, cool. Okay, Heather asked, so now it's time for Q&A, folks. Let's dive into Q&A. So I'm going to leave this slide up for those of you to make sure that you can see that URL. But let's take any questions that you guys have right now. Go ahead and pop them in the GoToWebinar questions panel. Go ahead and pop them in the GoToWebinar questions panel. So let's start with a question from Heather. Heather says, does the contest page show in the Facebook newsfeed, or do they have to follow the link to see the contest page? Great question, Heather. The actual contest page, let me show you where this is going to live. We're going to go back. Let's go back to Carlos's little demo campaign. And I'm going to go ahead and actually publish it to a test Facebook page so you guys can see kind of what that looks like. I'll go ahead and click Publish to Facebook, Publish. I'm going to select the test page I've got created. And you'll recall there's my smart URL, right? I'm going to copy that. Now let's go back to Facebook. And let's pretend, where did that test page go? Okay, let's say I'm going to publish this to Facebook. I want to show you kind of how this works, Heather, okay? So here I am in Facebook. All I'm going to do is paste that smart URL into a Facebook post, and you'll notice it just automatically sets the post up for me. It looks good. Okay, I can edit this text if I want. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to click Publish. This is what you want to do, Heather. You want to get the promotion of your contest right in the news feed on Facebook or whatever social platform that you're using. So you can make it really, really easy for people to see it, click this post, and get taken right to the contest. See how easy that was? Because I used the link share post, all I did is have to click on the post, anywhere on the post, took me right to the contest. And so that is how I would recommend doing it. Just creating the contest in Heyo will make it live, but you've got to promote it. Hope that helps, Heather. Okay, Levi asks a question. I'm running a contest. I'm having a problem. People are clicking the link but not submitting the email address. Submit field is showing up way below the page. Okay, so what Levi means is on mobile, or people are clicking but not entering the email address, or not entering the contest. So I'm curious, Levi, how you're promoting the contest. But in general, what I found is that if you've got good visibility of people clicking the contest, but they're not entering, you're either targeting the wrong audience or you've got the wrong prize. Prize is not compelling enough. Now, it's hard for me to say without actually seeing the campaign myself, but I'd recommend thinking about just optimizing for the conversion aspect. Since people are clicking and seeing your page, it sounds like, but not entering, what can you do to get more of them to enter? I recommend either testing a different incentive, a different prize, or possibly targeting a different audience, because it could be that the audience that you're targeting just isn't working for you for some reason. Just isn't working for you. All right, cool. Let me keep going. Okay, Chelsea says, on some of the example slides, the contest copy says to like and share. Was that just copy, or can you encourage people to like and share for extra entries? Chelsea, Heyo does not provide extra entries for entering. Actually, Facebook's promotion guidelines says that you should not trade a share for an entry. But you can encourage it. You can encourage it, which is why we have these steps numbered out after the entry form to encourage folks to like, share, and tweet. And we find those to be very, very effective. Very effective. Okay, website. Okay, this is from Cheryl. Cheryl says, my website is a Joomla website that uses ACY mailing for subscribers. Can you point me to info on setting this up in Heyo? So what you're going to want to do, Cheryl, is just when you set up your Heyo contest, you're going to want to click downloadable CSV file from the form. So here's the editor. You're going to click the form. And remember on the right-hand side when we first started, we had downloadable CSV file as an option. you're going to want to click downloadable CSV file right here. Okay, that's the option you want to pick. And basically, whenever someone enters, Heyo will store those leads for you, and you can download that CSV file and upload them to ACY mailing at any time. Okay, Roxanne asked a great question. If I offer a service but not a product, what would you suggest for the main image on the contest page? Roxanne, I first of all would recommend you not give away your service as the prize. I find those to not be very compelling and not to drive real success. I would highly, highly recommend. Giving away a product that is complementary to what you do. Giving away a product that is complementary to what you do. That's what I would recommend. So, for instance, if you offer social media consulting, maybe you give away $50 in free Facebook ads as your prize.